Everything you see before you is just tissue, completely inert. You mustn't be afraid of it. It's the same as us, only quieter. The more you see it as human, the less it will frighten you. Residual current. Sometimes electrical impulses linger. Perfectly normal. Nothing supernatural here. The muscles respond to chemical changes. It's just biology. Daniel stood at the edge of the group of his gross anatomy lab class, his first year in medical school. He didn't laugh. He stared at the still hand, watching it settle again. Any questions so far? Life, it's just strange, isn't it? Where does it even come from? And death, it's irreversible. Sometimes, even when the body is healthy, the organs working, the person is gone. So, what is it? What is it that actually keeps a body alive? Could there be such a thing as a soul? Life is nothing mystical, Collins. It's chemistry, electricity, and the brain coordinating the body. There's no magic keeping a person alive. When the circuit fails, that's it. End of story. Class dismissed. Daniel Collins came from a working-class family. His father died when he was 16. It wasn't any illness, not an accident. He was a healthy man. But one morning, he just didn't wake up anymore, died in his sleep. Since then, Daniel always wondered what life really was, and death, how inevitable it was. No one will escape it. His mother worked 2 jobs just to keep them afloat. Med school was supposed to be his way out, but it felt like drowning in debt instead. He had a partial scholarship, but tuition, rent, and books were tearing through what little he had left. In all this, his only real support who understood him was his girlfriend, Emily. Emily was pursuing a journalism major. They were worlds apart, but somehow she got him. I don't know how I'm going to afford next semester. I can't ask Mom. She's already working herself sick. You'll figure it out. You always do. And anyways, Doc, didn't you get any offers for selling a kidney yet? What? Emily, I'm not joking. I can't keep borrowing, it's getting bad. Then find something for the summer. Even if it's awful, just get through it, okay? Yeah, just get through it. So Daniel took a summer job at his Uncle Raymond's funeral home to make ends meet. It sat at the edge of their small town, half ridden by old oak trees and bordered by a silent cemetery that stretched behind it for miles. There wasn't much around, just cracked sidewalks, an empty parking lot, and rows of tombstones. It was a dead place, literally. The first day Daniel arrived, the smell hit him, disinfectant, and something faintly sweet, like old flowers. His Uncle Raymond was a quiet man in his 60s. His face always looked half bored, half tired. He believed in routine, not ghosts. I talked to your mother. She told me about your situation. Thanks, Uncle Ray. I really appreciate it. I'll do whatever needs doing. His uncle led him through the narrow hall lined with photographs of strangers in mourning. You'll start simple, cleaning, sweeping, helping with deliveries. Later, maybe you'll assist in the crematorium. It's easy once you learn. Crematorium? Like burning people? That's the job. People die, we take care of them. You get used to it. He handed Daniel a ring of keys. Don't wander. Don't open the ovens without me around, and when it's late, you lock up before dark. You understand? Daniel nodded. Yeah, I got it. Good. You'll do fine, kid. Just remember, this place runs on respect and silence. Daniel didn't know what that meant then, but whatever, his uncle was strange. Nonetheless, Daniel started to work at the funeral home. But it didn't take long to realize juggling med school and working a part-time job wasn't easy. You smell like burnt incense and sadness. Yeah, cremation is just advanced recycling. You okay? Yeah, just not used to seeing dead folks all the time, at school, at work. You're not supposed to look into the fire too long. You start to see faces. The first few days were a blur for Daniel. He woke early, dressed in the same black slacks and shirt his uncle always wore, and walked the quiet streets to the funeral home. Inside, the smell hit him every time. Antiseptic mixed with the faint metallic tang of embalming fluid, the ghost of flowers long dead. Make sure the tags match the forms. No mistakes. Units, time slots, that's how this place runs. He learned quickly. Sweep the floors, tag the bodies, prep the ovens, clean urns, repeat. One morning, Daniel was prepping a casket for the furnace. He noticed a small twitch in the corpse's hand. The fingers curled slightly before falling still. Uncle? Did you see that? Postmortem reflex. Happens sometimes. Nothing to worry about. Daniel watched his uncle operate mechanically. Guess he had become dead inside, working this job for 30 years now. Every knob turned, every tray slid into the furnace was so lifelessly done by him. There was no conversation about the people inside. It was just unit numbers, time slots, not people. The next week, a thunderstorm rolled over town. It was raining relentlessly all day. Daniel was finishing up, sweeping the crematorium floor, mop squeaking against the tiles. The funeral home was silent except for the occasional hum of the refrigerator units and the hiss of the furnace. That's when Daniel noticed headlights cut through the rain from the front windows. A car engine rolled over puddles and stopped in the lot. Daniel squinted to see a black hearse. A tall man stepped out. Daniel watched as Uncle Raymond hurried outside into the rain to greet the man. Daniel couldn't hear the words. After a while, his uncle called him from inside. Daniel, help me with this. Daniel hurried out, to the back of the car to see a casket. The coffin was heavy, but he helped lift it, careful not to jostle the lid. Take it straight to the crematorium. Daniel hesitated. No paperwork, no log, not even a name. He glanced at the man in the suit. Who watched silently from the hall. His posture made Daniel uneasy. Inside the crematorium, they set the coffin on the metal table. Daniel watched, waited in anticipation as his uncle opened the coffin. The body inside was a man, maybe in his 30s, strong built. His skin wasn't pale like the others, it was flushed, almost pink. His eyes were half open, pupils contracted. Daniel's medical instincts kicked in. He leaned closer, about to touch the body when his uncle moved his hand away. Don't touch. Those don't look like livor mortis. That looks like blood pressure and circulation. Don't overthink it, doctor. You're not in class here. Daniel's heart raced as he looked out the window to the hall outside the crematorium. The man in the black suit didn't move. He just stood there, watching them. Raymond turned to Daniel. I'll handle the preparations from here. You go. Clean up the floor and make sure everything else is in order. Daniel nodded, though his hand shook slightly. He stepped back, watching as his uncle began opening the casket with methodical precision. The fire hissed in the furnace, waiting. Daniel stepped into the hall, feeling a knot tighten in his stomach. The man in the black suit was watching him. His sharp eyes didn't blink, didn't move. You're young, working in a funeral home? I need the money for school, med school, tuition, rent. My mom can't cover everything. I just needed something for the summer. Do you know the old myth? That if a man dies owing a great debt, his soul clings to his flesh. Fire cleanse him until the debt is paid off. Daniel wasn't sure if the man meant it literally or metaphorically. You have to be careful. Don't take a loan you can't repay. You can burn a body, but not every man inside it. Daniel didn't answer. The man's eyes lingered on him a moment longer. Then he turned and walked back toward the door. Uncle Raymond stepped out just then. Daniel, help me get this coffin on the conveyor belt. Daniel nodded, trying to shake off the unease, and followed him back into the crematorium. Together they lifted the coffin, placing it carefully on the metal conveyor. No paperwork tonight. Cash job. The furnace roared like a beast, heat licking the edges of the room. He tried to focus on the mechanics, but every instinct told him something was wrong. They slid the coffin into the furnace. The metal door thudded shut. Heat surged off the walls. Raymond left with the man in the suit, murmuring about finishing the payment. Daniel was alone. He picked up the broom, trying to sweep, but the room hummed in a way that made his teeth ache. Then it came, a faint knock. He froze. Then it grew louder, frantic, pounding, muffled screams under the roar of fire. The broom clattered from his hands. It wasn't imagination. It was panic. Human panic. Daniel ran to the lobby. Uncle, listen. You have to come. There's noises from the furnace. Raymond and the man followed him back into the crematorium. They stopped, motionless. Daniel could hear the screaming, the banging. I don't hear anything, his uncle said flatly. Nothing. What? But Daniel could still hear it louder, unbearable, screaming in rhythm with the furnace. He shouted, begged them to help. But they walked away. And gradually the sound weakened. Then it faded. Nothing remained but the hiss of the flames and Daniel standing there, shaking, alone. An hour later, Raymond opened the furnace and raked out the ashes. The heat had died down, but Daniel felt sick, lightheaded. His uncle worked quietly, scooping the fine gray powder into an urn. And took it out to the lobby where the man was waiting for him. The man in the black suit stepped forward and took the urn with a polite smile. Debts paid. He turned and walked to the hearse and drove off into the rainy night. Uncle Raymond handed Daniel an envelope. You didn't hear anything. You understand? Daniel looked down at the envelope. It was more money than he had ever held at once. He glanced at the empty parking lot, at the hearse disappearing into the dark streets. Who is that man? And what did we just do?
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.